Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at the Alesis DM6 drum kit. I picked this up on a trade deal on Marketplace. I already have a really awesome Alesis nitro kit. The reason I picked this one up is I wanted parts for my nitro kit because I still have a crash and tom port, which I can use whatever I want. And I have another trigger input on my sample pad, so I wanted to have like a kick drum on the sample pad, so this way I can do double kick without buying a double kick pedal. And it also works for when I actually want it, it's there type of thing, you know. Saves a lot of money, let me tell you. And then of course I wanted extra crash and ride. So that was kind of the benefit there, and an extra tom wouldn't hurt either. Now these toms are just a little bit bigger than what I have now, and so are the crash and rides, a little bit bigger diameter than my kit, which really doesn't matter to me, you know. So I figured, well, I'll get these and see how it works out. And so I did some testing, because this uses tip sleeve plugs on this module. The nitro kit uses tip ring sleeves. So I did some testing with just a guitar cable going off of my different areas of my kit, and even with just a tip sleeve I can still trigger things, which is the most important part. So that works really good that way. So in the end I'll have some extra parts, including a spare brain, but the brain on this thing is very basic in comparison to the nitro kit. So this kit is actually quite old. I've been tracing it back on YouTube as far as about 7-8 years ago. I don't know the exact age, but I do know that you can still get parts for it. And believe me, the parts are not cheap for your electronic drum kits. And so I thought, well, instead of buying the parts that, yes, are specific to the nitro kit, which would cost me a lot of money, why not try and find a kit that the parts are suitable and work? And the nice thing is when it comes to these electronic kits, more than 90% of them are all cross-compatible no matter what brand it is. So that's kind of really nice to have. So anyways, we're going to do a little bit of a demo here with this kit. Tell you what I think about it in the end. Like I said, it is a very basic module. I have not gone through to be able to download the manual yet to figure stuff out. But there are a few things I have figured out, which is kind of good. So we'll work out what I got so far and let you know. So we're going to, that was kit number 1, so we're just going to go up the ladder. Kit number 2. And by the way, these are all velocity as well, so. Kit number 3. Number 4. Kit number 5. Kick drum's moving around on me. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. 10. Uh, 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 'And that's it for the main kits. Now it does have these different beat things in them as well. And I haven't figured out quite how to get through those yet. It does have tempo stuff. Let's see, pattern. So there's a bunch of different patterns in here you can go through as well. Okay, so kit. Let's see. 4. So as far as doing any kind of programming of your kit, I'm not sure we can actually do that. Oh, yes, we can. So there's a button here that says volume on it, but it says click kit voice pattern. Wow, programming this is going to be simpler than I thought. So let's just hit save. And it saves it to position 11. So hit save again. That's pretty cool. Now, the sound quality is actually pretty decent. You know, you are talking about a much older system, but still got velocity pads and, you know, all this is all velocity set up, which is nice. Same as your kick. You know. So, anyways, snare. And you can really wail on these pads. They have a really soft rubber surface that rebounds nice. I would say for a beginner kit, it's a great kit. Great for somebody who's just getting into drums. I would say it's definitely a really good beginner kit. Now, the DM6 has been updated probably a few times over the years. And, of course, modules are going to get better and better. This one, if I remember right, has just over 100 different sounds in it. So you do have a lot of flexibility with this kit, which is great. You know, you want that flexibility and to be able to, you know, just put whatever you want into each one, you know. So if you hit that volume button, so anyways, overall, I think it's definitely worthwhile. Now these kits, the person that I got this off of was actually selling it for about $200, which I think, you know what, for $200, even for a kit this old, it's used, of course, you know. It's been used a fair amount, but it's still in really awesome condition, which is the biggest thing. You want to make sure that, you know, everything's working properly and, you know, it hasn't had the living daylights beat out of it and, you know, rubber pads all split or anything like that. So, I mean, it was, you know, more or less it was actually well looked after, so I'm pretty impressed. Now, as far as compatibility of parts goes, like I said, this thing, the parts are going to be fully compatible, even with my Alesis Nitro kit, which is a very recent kit from Alesis. And if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, sorry. That's how I pronounce it. The brackets on this are not going to be compatible with the Nitro, so you will still have to, if you want to add on like I'm doing, right, you will have to buy Nitro clamps, but the pipe diameter here on this is the same as the Nitro. The L brackets, okay, for your toms are not going to be compatible with the Nitro, okay? So I actually have to, after I'm done this video, I got to get on the phone to call Long McQuaid and order at least 2 L brackets anyways, because I might put 2 extra toms on my kit, but better to have an extra, right? But anyways, once I'm done stripping this thing down for what I want, then I'm going to just, you know, sell the rest of the parts off and, you know, get what I can out of it, right? But certainly this tom for sure is pretty much the identical diameter to what I have on my kit now. So this tom will probably be the one that moves across. It's also a little bit different. So I'm thinking this tom was replaced at one time because it's got a top rubber ring where these have all just the frame all the way around. So, you know, I don't know. But that's the one that's going to end up getting moved over to my kit anyhow. But all in all, I think, you know, it's a great kit for, like I said, for beginners, whether it's kids or adults. Now, this kit right now is set up pretty tall. I've actually got my seat maxed out for the tallest height, and for my Nitro kit, it's fine because it actually sits much lower. But even this kit, you can adjust the height down much lower to suit a smaller kid. You know, so it can go up and down with your height, right? So that's great. Both arms swing out on the sides, and they're free floaters because you do have feet on this that go across this way, right? Where you have an individual pipe leg, like on my Nitro kit. You know, if you look up the Alesis Nitro, you'll see how its legs are. It's all just 4 straight pipes. You spread them apart to get your stability, right? This thing here, it's a pipe on each end, and then it's got like an L-shaped leg on each side, plugs in, and that's your main stand. And then these swing out. So if you want to bring this thing closer here and this here, you know, you can, you know, or if you need this out further, you can do what you want, right? Same as bringing this out here. So no big deal. So that has a lot of flexibility to it, which is nice. The pipe tubing on this is also 1.5 inches. The Nitro kit is 1.1 inches, so that's why these clamps are not going to be compatible with your Nitro. Probably not the Forge either, but I won't swear to it. Now, as far as the module goes, I can use this module on my Alesis if I had to. but that's a serious downgrade, you know. But the module is going to be compatible, of course, with many other kits that are not Alesis made, you know. So if you find a good deal on a used module, like say your original module dies and you're looking for another module, there's a lot of different modules. Actually, the guy that I got this kit off of, he's got a D drum, I think it's called, D drum module on his kit, and I can't remember what the name of his main kit is. But you know, you can certainly cross a lot of things back and forth, right? But anyways, all in all, as far as what I think about this kit, I would probably put this kit at a very, very solid 4 out of 5 as far as, you know, star rating goes. It's not perfect. It does have some limitations. You know, you've got, we got 15 kits. Voices are limited. You have just over 100 voices to alter with. I think I've got, well, I got I think almost 4 times as many voices on my nitro, but you can't compare apples to oranges here. But I've looked at other kits too. That's the thing. I actually looked into a D drum kit, the used one, for the same amount of money, and it was a cool looking kit, and probably would have had a bit smaller cymbals on it, which who cares? But you know, it's kind of one of those things of, yeah, but what's that particular kit worth? You know, like drum kits will either retain value or lose a lot of value depending on the brand too, right? And Alesis does seem to hold its value quite well in the marketplace, which is kind of a nice reassuring thing because I bought Alesis, right? But then again, so does Yamaha and Roland and the others, right? But anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. It was just, you know, give you a basic little demo of this thing, let you hear what it sounds like with the voice box that it has, or computer module, drum module. So again, this was the Alesis DM6 drum kit. Check one out. You could probably find kits used on eBay. You can certainly find parts on eBay. Just make sure that you're sitting down, because some of those parts can get quite costly, even for used parts. I was looking, and just a tom was going for about $40. And I was like, wow, you know. So parts are actually worth more than the entire kit, you know. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like how they get us on cars. But anyways, that's it. That's all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.